everyone. My name is Emily, and I'm the young adult librarian at the Rock Island Public Library. And today I have two books for you that are both available through our Hoopla app. And as a reminder, I give sometimes, but not always, just keep in mind that with Hoopla, sometimes we'll hit the daily borrowing limit. And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with your account. That just means that we've hit the limit for the library for the day. So if you're looking to check something out, after midnight is good, but also any time before noon, I feel like. Usually that's okay, though I checked something out before 3 o'clock today, so that was nice. But yeah, both of these books are graphic novels this time, and this first book is My Life in Transition by Julia Kaye. And I actually read this for the Trans Rights Readathon back, I think that was March. And this is a book that, it's a sequel to, a book I read in 2018 when I was on the Great Graphic Novels Committee, and super late bloomer. That's the collection, so that was the title of the first book. And this is a collection of diary comics, so it's all about the author's life just in the months after she had transitioned, and it's sort of like beyond the early days. It's just her living her life. And it's really just a fun, funny, but also moving book because it's about her trying to figure out, like, dating and also trying to get support from her biological family and finding more support with, her sort of found family, just friends and roommates and, building these relationships, but also, figuring out who she is now. And it's a really great book. I like diary comics. This is something I like to make too. So reading a collection like this, you get snapshots of, in this case, it's 6 months of Julia Kaye's life. So you just get, you get like sort of everything, which is to say like the profound, but also the silly moments and sad moments, just all these different ups and downs. But yeah, I liked it a lot. And if you're a fan of the first book, or you just think this is something you'd like to check out, please do. Yeah, again, both are on Hoopla, and the first book is similar in the sense that it's about the same person. But in this book, I would say, like, Julia is sort of, like, settled into her life more, and is... the blurb on the back probably says it best. In our current political and social climate, this hopeful, accessible narrative about trans lives is both entertaining and vital. And, this book shows, again, quoting the back, how you can be trans and simply exist in society. You can be trans and have a successful future. You can be trans and have a normal life full of ups and downs. So, yeah, great artist, great book, and you want to check that out. Both are available through Hoopla, and I don't think I mention this often enough maybe either, but you get 15 checkouts a month. And most titles on Hoopla kind of depends. I feel like they're almost all 3 weeks, except for music. If you check out music on Hoopla because you want to just listen to something. With music it is 7 days, and with movies I think it's 72 hours. But everything else is 3 weeks, so keep that in mind. Next, this is Groot. This is Collecting the Groot series 1 through 6. Not to be confused with I Am Groot, which was a different series. That one was like after the second movie. This one is 2016, so between movies. And in this collection, you can guess, I'm looking forward to the third and final Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And in this book, you will get adventures with Rocket and Groot, and sort of also get a snapshot of how they met. You'll learn about that. And there's also other folks from the Marvel Universe, comics universe more than cinematic universe. And it's just, I really enjoy the art here. I think, who was this? This was Brian Kessinger. And I feel like this is somebody who I've not seen a lot of this person's art, but just a really good fit for this series. It's fun and funny and dynamic, really captures these space scenes in a fun way, and yeah, enjoy the fun story of these two pals. Yeah, so just six. I will say a lot of, Marvel single volume books, maybe they weren't intended to be that. I mean, it does drive me crazy sometimes when they announce an ongoing series, and I've not been keeping up the way I used to in recent times, but sometimes something in the not too distant past, they would do this thing where it's like, oh, this is an ongoing series. Like with the Gamora series, they're like, oh, it's an ongoing. And then they stopped after 5 issues, which they're looking at sales. I get that. But this was one, it was Black Panther and the Crew. A lot of people were annoyed about that one because it was canceled before the first trade came out. And people were like, okay, the trade did really well. But my understanding is with comics publishers, they're not looking at trades and they're not looking at online sales. They're looking at traditional, like, physical comics. So that kind of skews the numbers. So even if something's really popular online or does well as a trade book, doesn't mean it's going to continue. But this was just, I mean, one and done, and that's fine. I enjoy these books where it's like, hey, I'm just glad we got a book about this character. And again, just fantastic art, and there's a lot of really sweet stories about the people who Groot meets and encounters in his travels throughout the galaxy. And let's see, yeah, you meet this kid, just Groot meets this person when she's very young, and is able to help her escape from his home planet, which is not always the best place. He gets exiled, banished from that planet. And let's see. Yeah, the quote at the end of this book is, "She taught me that if you have the courage to leave your old life, if you take that risk and jump into the unknown, what you will find will amaze you. There are much better places than home. And in time, you will find a new one." So then you watch as this person, she like lives her whole life. Like she has this flower, like becomes this seed that she plants, given to her by Groot. And yeah, so they wind up the book together, kind of catching up. Though, I mean, Groot being Groot, he really can only say "I am Groot," though that means different things. So, if you enjoy graphic novels, or you don't read a lot of these, I mean, check this out maybe. I'm probably going to mention, more. I've got at least one other kind of Guardians title planned before the movie, or around the time the movie comes out at the start of May. But yeah, again, Jeff Loveness is the author. Again, I feel like I've not seen a ton of stuff from this person or read many of their books, but yeah, it's a lot of fun and just a really uh, beautiful story about friendship and sometimes crime, because these two do meet in prison, because of course they do. And again, both of these titles are available through Hoopla. This was kind of a quick one this week because I had to kick people out of the office to do it. But if you want to check these out, again, go to Hoopla. And if you go before noon, typically, is what I would recommend. If you have a library card, you want to get something from Hoopla today, we may have hit the limit. I don't know. I've not, again, checked it since before 3 o'clock when I was able to check something out. But after, by the time we get into late afternoon, a lot of the time we have hit the borrowing limit, just so you know. And thank you for watching. I will see you again next week.